you spend, right? You know lah how this. Okay. Let's just take a quick recap on this one while the pen is charged. For the tutorial 3, I promised to you to show you the exact question, like same like an exam question, right? So this is the question on demand elasticity. As you can see, they are asking you similar things like the one that we did on slide last time, right? So they ask you to calculate the price elasticity, and they give you like a set of table. They provide you a price and also the quantity demanded, and then maybe they will give you also the price that it's increasing or maybe decreasing, meaning the change of the price. Okay, both for number 1 question, both they ask you about price elasticity. Okay, and as for number 1I, they ask you to define elasticity of demand, meaning you just have to answer the definition, to give the definitions of demand or elasticity of demand only. Okay, and as for question number 2, this one also you have to calculate the price elasticity. You have to calculate the cross elasticity and also the income elasticity. Meaning, the thing that we learned last class is these three things, right? Price elasticity, cross elasticity, and income elasticity. And remember, I told you that we are only using one formula for all of the elasticity. So, last time that I mentioned the one that exercise in the slide, right? That we didn't get the same answer. I think there is an error in that question because supposedly the answer is 2. If you remember last week, supposedly that formula is the correct formula lah. So I mentioned to you these 3 things, we need to use the same formula for each of the elasticity. What is the formula? So not sure whether this is working or not. Okay, yeah, it's working. This is the formula. Remember, we learn about price elasticity, right? So this price elasticity have their own formula, which is I already like give it to you. EQ2 minus Q1 over Q1 times P1 over P2 minus P1. Okay, like I mentioned, you or we will use the same formula for each elasticity, meaning this is the formula that we will use to calculate price elasticity, income elasticity, and also cross elasticity. Okay, and then the difference is just that for cross elasticity, you will use different quantity for that price. Okay, so let's say this is for income. Maybe you can screenshot this one after I finish everything, list down everything, so you can do this as your external or extra notes. Okay, this is the formula for income elasticity. If they give you in percentage, like last time in the class, the question give you to calculate income elasticity, but they give you in terms of percentage of the changes. And then we have cross elasticity. So this is the thing that I mentioned. It's about the things that is maybe one thing, the price is increased. It will affect the other thing. So you will look at the cross product or the cross quantity of the demand product. So the product, the formula would be like this. Quantity, maybe the product X, 2 minus quantity X wine. X means the name of the product. Okay. Quantity X wine times with P Y wine. Y also is the name of the product. Wait, hold on. PY2 minus PY1. Okay, so this is all of the formula that you will use later. And then remember, each of the elasticity has their own degrees. Okay, let me just do this one. Degrees of elasticity. Okay, as for price elasticity, you will have 4 types of elasticity, no, 5 types. If you try to solve the problem using this formula, and then you get an answer of infinity, maybe, right? So this is represent perfect, the elastic. If you get an answer of 0, you mean that it is perfectly inelastic. If you get an answer of 1, this means unique elastic. If the answer is more than 1, it means elastic. Why I provide you this one? Because later, once we try to solve the problem or the question just now, we can just refer to this quick note. Okay, it's easy for you later on. Okay, this one is inelastic. Okay, so this is the degree for price elasticity. The degree for income elasticity, we have only 3. Positive. I'm not sure whether you already reviewed back the lesson or not. Negative and 0. And sometimes if you solve the problem and then you got the solution, right? You got your answer, and let's say your answer is in positive form. So if it is in positive forms, meaning that it is referred to your normal goods. If it's negative form, it is refers to your inferior good. If it's 0, it refers to necessary goods. Okay. Right. Next, for cross elasticity, we also have 2: positive, negative, and 0. So for positive, it refers to your substitute good. Negative refers to your complementary good. And 0, okay, wait, hold on. My pen suddenly. 0 refers to your 2 goods is not related. Why I provide you this note, later you will see why. Okay, so meaning this is your important note that you will use. It's like a formula for you to use in order for you to answer chapter 4 question. Okay, so now let's jump to the question. Okay, first thing first, let's read the question first. The following schedule shows the relationship between the price and quantity demanded for airline ticket. So like I mentioned, this is the price of airline ticket. This is the quantity demand for the airline tickets. And then the first question asks you to define elasticity. Like I mentioned, you have to give the definition of elasticity of demand. And then the second question, they ask you to calculate the price elasticity of demand for airline ticket when its price increase from 150 to 200. So we will when answer this question, the first step you have to do is you have to take out the important information from the question first, like the one that I underlined here. So you have to take out this one because this is the information that you need to use, or you need to place it in your formula later on. So take out the information. The airline ticket is changing from 1 ringgit, means P1 is RM 150. Your P2 is your new price, which is RM 200. Okay, this is question number 1. Let's see. Okay, and then they ask you to calculate your price elasticity demand, which you already know the formula. This is the formula for price elasticity. So you already know the price. Now you have to know the quantity. Okay, what happened to the quantity demanded when the price is increasing from 150 to 200? So look at the table. This question is like really easy because they give you table. So it's easy for you to look at the quantity demanded. Okay, so just now 150 is at here. So what is the quantity demanded when the price is at 150? This price 2100. So this 2100 is your Q1. Okay, Q1, remember Q1 is your all or original quantity demanded. Same goes to price 1. And then your P2, Q2. Q2 is your new quantity after the price change, which is this one. When the price changed to 200, your quantity is actually also changed to 2000. So this is your Q2. Once you have identified your P1, P2, Q1, Q2, now you have to place this number in your formula, which is, you know already, all formula is the same. Okay, let's rewrite the formula back. Over Q1 times P1 over P2 minus P1. Okay, now place the important information here in the formula. Q2 is 2000 minus Q1 is your 2100 over Q1 is your 2100 also. Okay, times your P1 is 150. Okay, over your P2 is 200 minus P1 150. Okay, so once you have placed your number in the formula, then calculate lah. What answer did you get? 2000 minus 2100 divide by 2100, you will get negative 0.05. Okay, times we solve this problem. The price 150 over 200 minus 150, you will get how much?
3.
Yep, 3. Then times these two up, you will get negative 0.15. So remember, for price elasticity, we don't have any negative degrees. So if you get negative answer like this, you just ignore the negative and place the final answer as 0.15. Okay, so because the question asks you only to calculate, so you don't have to elaborate this answer, meaning you don't have to finalize the answer, give you, is it elastic according to this degree, because question only asks you to calculate. So the final answer is only to this point. Okay. Okay, so let's move to your question number 3. Okay, question number 3. Again, calculate the price elasticity of demand for airline ticket when its price decrease from 300 to 250. Which one is 300? Look back at the table. 300 is here. So it's changed from 300 to 250. Means your 300 is your P1. P2 is your 250, the new price. Can refer to look at the table. When the price is at 300, your quantity is Q1 is 1,800. Okay, and then your Q2 means the new quantity demanded, which is 1,900. Okay, once you have know the P1, P2, Q1, Q2, then what else? Place the number in your formula. This is to calculate price elasticity. So the price elasticity, you know already the formula. Q2 minus Q1 over Q1 times P1 over P2 minus P1. So remember, not remember, but if you keep repeating, right, write the formula, you will eventually remember the formula. Okay. Okay. Now just place the number. 1,900 minus 1,800 over 1,800 times P1 is 300. P2 250 minus 300. Okay. Can you give me the final answer? What is the final answer for question number 1-3? Fast, what is the final answer? Just press the calculator and you will get the answer.
Minus 25.
Yeah, correct. Minus 0.36. Wait, 25. Where you get negative 25?
Sorry, 36, yeah.
36. 0.36. You have, don't forget the decimal. Okay, so since we are calculating price elasticity, so we don't have negative. We don't need the negative one. So just ignore the negative and put your final answer as a positive value. So only this. Okay, so done. We then do the tutorial for number 1. And then let's take a look at tutorial number 2. So this tutorial will ask you to elaborate your final answer. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. Let's see. Number 2. Answer the following question based on the table below. So like usual, they give you the table and then calculate the price elasticity of demand for good X. If the price of good X increase from 5 ringgit to 10 per unit, state whether it is elastic or inelastic. So they ask you to calculate price elasticity. So the first step, remember, take out all the important information. You have to identify what is your P1, what is your P2 and Q1 and Q2. Okay, but as for this question, it's a little bit tricky because they give you two kind of goods, goods X and goods Y. So you have to read the question properly. Okay, because this question, number 1 question, asks you to calculate price elasticity of demand for good X. So you only have to look at the quantity demanded for good X. So you don't have to a look at this table lah, goods Y table. Okay, so let's just straightly put the P1, P2. P1 is 5 ringgit. P2 is your new price. After the increase, become 10 ringgit. Okay, and then the quantity, if the price at 5 ringgit, look at the table. When the price is at 5 ringgit, the quantity demanded at X is
260.
yeah, 260. So same goes. Yep. You have any question?
Take you back to the can you please spare me some minutes for the previous question you just finished, this 0.36? Because when I try to calculate the previous question before this present
Oh,
one,
this one.
yeah, you know, I tried to get this 0.36. I could not get that minus 0.36 because here you are having, you know, 1,900 minus 1,800 will give us 100. Then that 100 times 300 will give us 30,000.
No, divide by 1/8.
No, wait now. This is 19 minus 18 now. Give us 100.
Yes,
times
100.
That's times 300.
Then you
will
divide
give us
it by 1/8 first.
If you divide it by you divide it by 250 minus 300 will give us minus 50. Then minus 50 times 180, 1,800 will give us minus 90,000.
Okay,
Ali. Give us minus 90,000. Then minus 90,000 divided by the answer of which is 30,000 is what we are supposed to use to get the final answer.
I'm not sure you're correct. You're not getting it.
Itulah. Suddenly I become
explain better.
Alif like
Because
this.
what I do
is almost the same thing, but the answer I got
multiplied by 300, it will give me 30,000.
30,000.
Now,
Yes.
Yes, 180 multiplied by minus 50, because 250 minus 300 is minus 50. So now minus 50 multiplied by 180 will give me minus 90,000. So by the time I divide, so maybe I explain better how they come across the 0.36, because when I work it is not the correct answer.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me calculate it one by one.
Mine was also minus 0.33, not 0.36.
You have to follow exactly what I put here. Okay, meaning 1,900 minus 1,800 over means divide by 1,800. You will get 0.06, right?
Yes.
Okay, times with this thing.
I'm having answer here is 2.3. It's supposed to be 0.34 because you will approximate the 33 at the back. By the time you get there, it's supposed to be 0.34 minus 0.34, 0.036.
Yes, sir. 300.
Approximate. It's not even approximate because the 33 at the back is less than 5. So it's going to be 0.33. Assuming it's up to 5 is
can
when
you
approximate it.
click your calculator and calculate this one for me?
My yeah, is the 0.05, not 0.06.
0.05, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
0.0555.
Oh, 0.05555. Okay.
Yes.
Because Alif, because you get 0.05555, you have to round off the number. You only have to take 2 decimal places. Okay, so you have to add 1 to your number 5 there.
Yes.
2 decimal places is only this one, 1, 2.
Yeah.
So meaning you have to plus 1 to this 5. So the final one you will get like 0.06. So that's why I put 0.06.
Okay.
All right. Okay, only take 2 decimal places, yeah? You don't have to put like many number there. Don't put that one. Just take 2 decimal places and then proceed with the final answer lah. Just now negative 0.36, then 0.36.
Okay.
All right. So let's continue. Q2 again. Q2, your Q1 is 260. So when the price is at 10 ringgit, your Q2 is at 240. Okay, once you have take out all your important information, now place the number in your formula. So because this is a price elasticity, so the formula would be Q2 minus Q1 over Q1 times P1, P2 minus P1. Just place all the number in the formula. Q2 is 240 minus 260 over 260 times 5 over 10 over, minus 5. Okay. So once you calculate this one, 240 minus 260, did you get the same answer like the previous question or not?
2.2 0.08.
Supposedly, okay, because some of your friends didn't even understand yet, kan? So if you click to your calculator, you will get negative 0.0769 blah blah blah, right? So like I mentioned,
Yeah.
just take two decimal places, 076. So 7 there have to plus with number 1. So you will get negative 0.08.
0.08.
Zero.
Round it off to two decimal places. So and then times